Hello, hello. I've got a quick how-to for you today, and maybe kind of a mini product review. I've been actually thinking about doing a product review on these for a little bit, and as of today, you can do something pretty darn cool with them. So let me introduce them here. Basically, you're going to see me in the left-hand corner, my desktop in the middle, and my hands down here on the right. So what we have here are the 8BitO classic controllers, the SNES 30 and the NES 30 Pro. These guys I absolutely love. It's kind of funny. Let's open this guy up real quick here. It's kind of funny. This is probably, I was talking to my brother-in-law on the weekend. This is probably my favorite controller that I own right now. My favorite wireless controller. It's a Bluetooth controller. It works fantastic with your computer if you're playing a lot of games. Steam even recognizes these guys. Steam actually recognized this guy as a Xbox controller. It gets kind of finicky to get it working, but once you have it working, you can play games like Rocket League or really anything you need with this. The only thing this controller lacks is rumble. It's the only thing this one lacks, and it's one of these beautiful little controllers. So I love these controllers. Let's get these both out of the box, and I'm going to show you something super cool regarding these controllers and your Switch. So in the box, real quick, just to show you what you get your controllers, get some nice little foam, and you don't get anything super special. Basically, where everything is new again. You get some keychains in here. They're really not used to it. And then you get a USB cable. We're going to need that USB cable for what we're going to do. Get that out of the way. Open up the USB cable. I've owned these for a while. I didn't just buy them. But I like to keep everything in the boxes. And if I don't need to use the cables, I don't need to use the cables because I've got other cables. But this is a pretty sweet cable. One of those ones that it's thin, it's flat, and it's not going to get tangled anywhere. So we're going to plug this into my computer right now. Okay. And then we're going to go over onto my desktop. I've already gone over to 8BitO on the web. And one of the cool slides they have up right now is that you can play your Nintendo Switch with any 8BitO controller. All right, so I finally got it to load. So if you head over to support.8bito.com, I will put a link over in the description, but that's where you're going to be able to download. You want firmware 4.0. We're going to download the SNES one. We're going to download the NES 30 Pro. And yeah, these guys even actually work. If you get some of these retro receivers, they'll work with your NES Classic. Or maybe if there's a Super NES Classic coming down the pipe, that's going to work. Okay, so here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take for the NES Pro Classic, we're going to press and hold both of these buttons. We're going to get a yellow flashing light. Then we are going to take the micro USB cable that came with the device. We're going to plug it in. 8BitO Updater, is going to recognize the gamepad. We're going to USB update. It's going to ask us, hey, where are those files you need? I put them in my downloads. We're going to use that one there to 4.0. Okay. It's really that simple. It's going to run for a little bit, and then we'll have an updated controller. I'm going to do the exact same thing to the SNES one. So let's speed through this next part. It's really not super anything special. We're just basically watching a progress bar go by. We're going to just blow through this here. I'm also actually going to get the actual document for the SNES 30 going here, and we're going to actually get going here. So it's just about wrapping up with the Pro 30, and we're going to close that file. We're going to open up the SNES one. We're going to hold Start, L and R. I'm going to get that plugged in there. It's going to recognize our firmware. We're going to select the correct files, and OK, and go. As this is going, I'm actually probably going to grab the Switch and talk about the NES 30 Pro. What a nice name, eh? Going to pull out the Switch, and basically, as that's wrapping up, we're going to open up the Switch. We're going to go to the thing. It doesn't work the first time for me. I'm not sure. I think I did it wrong. You're going to press and hold Start and Y on either controller, and that's going to put them into pairing mode. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to do that right now with the SNES controller. So that one's blinking correctly. We've got that one going, so. Not sure why it's not seeing it on the Switch, though. Oh, there we go. So let's try this guy again here. I'm going to hit the power button and Y. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just start blinking 4 times. Are you going to do it? It's the only thing I really find troublesome with these controllers. There we go. Now we're getting the right flashing. Which means, if we press L&R, it should pair a second controller. Get this cord out of here. So yeah, this controller is completely controlling my Switch now. I'll probably do a better review of actually what you can do with it and what games work and what don't. But yeah, you know what? Blaster Master. You know what? Actually, I've got a game in mind that I think would really benefit from this controller. And that's Shovel Knight. I think Shovel Knight would probably be the absolute best game to play. How awesome is that? Playing Shovel Knight with Super Nintendo controller. Sorry, guys, I want to apologize for the audio quality. It got kind of messed up there in that last clip, and actually got even worse during this last clip. But I wanted to show you that while we were playing Shovel Knight, the NES 30 Pro ended up connecting to the Switch, and you can play things like Zelda, and the only thing you're missing is HD Rumble. Kind of sucks, but, you know, for an extra controller for a virtual console game, how cool would one of these controllers be? Heck, you know what? Now that I've got these working, at least the other one with the joystick should work with Mario Kart. And so now I have how many controllers to play Mario Kart with? I think it's pretty darn cool. Only thing you're missing, of course, is HD Rumble. So that's kind of a quick how-to. I hope the video wasn't too long. I know I hate those videos that just seem to drag on and on and on when you're actually just trying to figure out how to do something. But yeah, 8BitO controllers. I think these are pretty awesome controllers, and they're even awesomer now that they work with my Switch, and I don't need to go out and buy extra controllers now. It's pretty darn cool. Even cooler once virtual consoles come out. Can you imagine playing some Earthbound or, you know, like Donkey Kong Country or Super Mario World? Anything with this controller that was actually on the Super Nintendo? How much fun is that going to be? Hope you enjoyed it. This was my first real how-to. I can obviously do better, and I will be doing better for you in the future over here at Game Smarter, where hopefully I'll make mistakes, I'll figure things out, and it'll help you game smarter. Please consider hitting subscribe and tell your friends about the channel, and we'll just continue putting out content. We're going to do Let's Plays, we're going to do tips and tricks and how-tos just like this one. See you in the next video, guys.